Okay, so here's what goes down in this opening of Scary Movie. Drew, all alone in her big, creepy house, is settling in for a scary movie. But then the phone rings, want to have a little fun. It's a creepy voice, the killer, obviously. She tries to ignore him, but he gets under her skin, taunting and playing mind games. The phone call gets increasingly sinister, and Drew starts to panic. She's being watched. The killer knows what she's wearing, nice breasts, and what's happening inside her house. Making popcorn turns into a deadly game. What he wants is to see what's inside. Then this scary dude drops a bomb. You forgot to lock the back door. Oh no. Drew bravely tries to call the police while screaming for help from her boyfriend. She may have fudged the boyfriend part. This guy has to show right. Well, kinda. What shows instead is a killer wearing a prince costume, and he is immediately stabbed. No one is safe. This isn't her boyfriend after all. Back inside, she arms herself. A baseball bat is her weapon of choice. She makes a run for it, but she only gets as far as the front lawn as she bashes those kids and runs straight into Ghostface. He's not playing around. This isn't Ghostface, this is death. The camera shows an ice-cold knife. Uh-oh. Then she tries to escape, and her dad pulls up, but it's too late. The killer throws Drew onto the windshield and boom, no more Drew. Daddy, no. You got to feel for poor Drew because the girl did try to fight. Moving on, now at school the next day, the town is in shock as there is a report on the local news. You're dead, I'm rich. Nice to see Our Lady is still on TV. We see that the sheriff is trying to calm all the kids, but he has some real sick people to talk to about the event, especially one of his high school students, Cindy, and Special Officer Doofy. Now for some dark humor. But then the crew heads to the pool, and oh my lord, there's a monkey. This is where the fun begins. All right, gather round, horror hounds, as we plunge into the hilarious chaos of Scary Movie. Forget suspense, this is where parody reigns supreme. Our tale begins with a fountain fiasco where a teacher's lesson in street smarts takes a wet and wild turn. But the madness doesn't stop there. We transition to a teen beauty pageant, expecting grace and charm. Think again. Contestants sport sashes with names so raunchy, you'll need a double take. Miss Congeniality, Miss Fallacia. The shock value is off the charts. Amidst the over-the-top introductions, Buffy Gilmore takes the stage for her talent portion. Dramatic reading, you say? Nah, it's a slasher film audition. As she's caught up in character, Ghostface bursts onto the scene. Chaos ensues as Ghostface tackles Buffy's boyfriend from the balcony, leading to a stage brawl that leaves everyone stunned and judges speechless. It's not just a talent show, it's a madhouse. The dramatic tension cranks up as Buffy gets the crown, only to be hauled away by our infamous Ghostface, leaving Cindy to confront a series of clues, each more absurd than the last. Are you ready for some crazy reveals? After the abduction, Cindy's friends meet her with encouragement, but they leave her to decide what to do. Determined to find the killer, she is ready to face her fears head-on, not knowing it will be to her demise. Soon introduced to Lover's Lookout, the prime spot for a juicy kill. Of course, the fearless reporter, Gail Hailstorm, is on scene, and she's looking for a scoop. What unfolds next is the stuff of insane comedy. A cameraman gets clobbered by the ghost-faced killer as he's trying to touch Gail inappropriately. In a last-ditch effort, Gail finds a fresh face to interview. She's on a roll until our main homicidal star comes barging in and delivers the most ridiculous on-screen kill. With some self-sacrificing theatrics, Gail makes an explosive exit, leaving Gail to find her own way back to town. But wait, where are our protagonists now? Cindy, Shorty, and Ray are chilling at a viewing of Shakespeare in Love. And as you might expect, things take a strange turn there. The film on screen is only setting the stage to the insanity about to unfold in the aisles of the movie theater. Now the new victim will be in the spotlight. Then, Shorty finds a call from Ghostface during the movie. What follows is a string of profanity-laced exchanges that sends the audience reeling with laughter. Then Ghostface slices the patron in front of Shorty. The theater erupts. Amidst the panic, the ever-observant Cindy recognizes that Ghostface is acting out Shakespeare, and they soon flee for the night. The friends are on their way to determine what this all means. In an epically strange and random scene, Cindy gets one of the most deranged lessons on relationship advice ever given. But no one is prepared for the most insane climax to come. Buckle up, because the zaniness hits peak levels as the ghost-faced killer reveals his master plan. The friends are able to put an end to their captor, and the last scene is as unpredictable as the rest of the film. In pure absurdity, we are left with these final words. That scary movie, a twisted, hilarious romp. But in the end, it is the perfect send-up to slasher flicks, guaranteed to tickle your funny bone. Check it out for yourself. All right, so we're diving into Scary Movie, specifically part 3 of, well, let's just say it's a very long movie. This clip opens in a chaotic scene inside a packed movie theater. It's a wild parody of the opening from Scream 2. A rabbi, a monk, and even Mother Teresa are brawling in the aisles. Things quickly escalate into a full-blown melee, complete with flying objects and screaming patrons. Among the chaos, Ghostface sits calmly enjoying his popcorn, completely unfazed. A perfect setup for the comedy that's about to unfold. We cut to a scene of Cindy Campbell as she's lured upstairs by Barbie, promising to show her something special. Unbeknownst to her, Barbie is just setting her up for a typical horror movie cliché, the let's get intimate in a creepy house scenario. Meanwhile, Shorty is in the garage seeking out some alcohol, a very bad idea as the garage is clearly possessed. This scene showcases the trademark, dumb decisions characteristic of characters about to meet their end in a horror film. We're now in the garage with Shorty, looking through the liquor cabinet. A cat startles her, which is followed by a run-in with Ghostface. His presence is as predictable as it is hilarious, leading to an over-the-top chase through the garage. Her attempt to escape through the cat flap in the garage door makes for an epic fail of physical comedy, cementing this scene as a highlight reel of slapstick. It turns out she has some help. There is an actual horse living in the garage. Back at the party, everyone seems to be having a blast. The scene cuts to Cindy and Barbie, now getting intimate in his room. However, the mood turns sour when Cindy starts to ask Barbie questions about where he was earlier and about some recent murders. Her suspicions prove to be correct when Barbie pulls out a weapon, the same knife used by Ghostface, only to be sprayed in the face with blood, or is it? Ghostface breaks into the room and a fight breaks out. Shorty bursts into the scene revealing that he had set the trap, and Ghostface falls backwards out the second-story window. It's finally over. Ha! After finding out that the real killer is Doofy, Cindy returns to the police station. Where's Doofy been? To our surprise, the sheriff reveals the real killer, Deputy Doofy, who it turns out had a huge crush on Buffy. But as Buffy turns her back, the tables turn once more as the sheriff. Yes, you heard me right, the sheriff stabs her. There was also a whole bunch of weird-looking sex toys on his desk. Out of the shadows, Ghostface appears. One swift kick into the air, and Ghostface sends Deputy Doofy flying over his office desk, landing on the street outside. And with that, Scary Movie wraps up, reminding us all that there's always a twist, always a double cross, and always expect the unexpected. Thanks for joining me and enjoy your trip down memory lane. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.